Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I am using my new camera for the first time, so if there's some settings or something that's going wrong, then that is why. I'm still trying to figure out everything, but I thought today's video I will show you every book that I read in 2024. This one is going to be an interesting one. I am doing it according to Goodreads, as I have done this for the past 2 or 3 years now, and also I read 453 books, so if I was to go through all of them individually, we'll be here forever, and I thought it would just be nice to just quickly wrap it all up by using Goodreads. So let's just get into it. Okay, so I read 126,767 pages in 2024, and if I remember correctly, that is the most pages I have ever read within a year, which isn't surprising considering I read 453 books in a year, which is also, yet again, the most I have read in a year ever. But it also did make me realise that the more books you read, the less you remember, and that is why I'm trying to read less this year. I never thought I would say I'm trying to read less, but that is what I'm trying to do. And then obviously I read 453 books, which is what I already said. My shortest book was 13 pages, and that was called Seducing Pumpkin Spice Latte. This was for, it was for something, that's it, the Food Smut Weekend for the Host for Prose book club, and that is what I read this for. And honestly, it was questionable. It got a book off my reading goal. And that is all I'm going to say about that one. And then the longest book was obviously A Kingdom of Ash. If you don't know, I did a Throne of Glass read along in 2024, and I read the whole series in a week. And so obviously this was my longest one because this is almost a 1,000-page book. I mean, and I want to reread them this year. I don't know if that's going to happen, because obviously I read them in a week. I would like to take my time with them, because the first time I was doing a read along, this time I would like to just take my time with them. And then my average book length in 2024 was 279 pages, which does kind of make sense because I was trying to choose books that was roughly about 200-300 pages. Obviously sometimes I would read bigger books. And then my most shelved book was obviously The Hunger Games. I mean, I don't think I could have got a book on here that would have beat that. And then my least shelved was this novella, which I read to try and hit my reading goal, and it wasn't good. My average rating for 2024 was a 2.9, and honestly that is actually quite disappointing. I would have thought it would have been a little bit higher, although actually, to be fair, I did have a lot of 1 and 2 stars, and that is why I said reading more doesn't always mean good, because 2.9 as an average rating just really isn't good in my opinion, and I would like a higher rating, at least a 4 point something. I can't remember if it was lower last year or not. That is quite low, and that is quite disappointing, and that just proves why I should be trying to read less books in 2025. Now, obviously the highest rated on Goodreads was A Kingdom of Ash. Isn't shocking. My first review of the year was Here With Me by Brooke Montgomery. This was one of my new favourite books, new favourite series. This series is everything to me. And my review said a 4.5 stars. This was such a good ex's dad romance that I couldn't get enough of Noah and Fisher. I also loved how the hero truly wanted to repair his relationship with his son, and the son wasn't made to be a bad person like they are in most other books. I love the small town setting. This has so many good tropes: forced proximity, forbidden, a small town and workplace. It was quite emotional as Fisher had gone through so much in his life that he's finally healed from. This book was so amazingly wonderful, and I couldn't have asked for a better ex-boyfriend's dad book. I mean, what can I say? And then, okay, so these are all the books that I read in 2024. I'm just going to kind of do a run through. So obviously we had my first book of 2024, which was The Season of Secrets, which was also a 5-star read. How often does that happen? Not very often, and so I was very happy when it did. We also have Caught Up, which was one of my favourites. Here With Me, Don't Let Her Stay was a wild thriller, let me just tell you. We also have some others. Does It Hurt, which was my first H.D. Carlton book, and Butcher and Blackbird, which I would actually like to reread. Then we'll just have some other ones. When I read The Hunger Games, which actually, crazy to me, it feels like it was literally only yesterday, but also forever ago. You know what that feeling? It's literally that feeling. Then we have some arcs, like NetGalley arcs. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly go down. Haunting Adeline. Now that was a ride, but a good one. And then we just have some more here, where I read some novellas. Where I continued the series. A Court of Mist and Fury. I continued the ACOTAR series in 2024. I don't know why it took me so long to read A Court of Mist and Fury. This book, 5 stars, my favourite in the series. I absolutely love the series, this book in general. I think about the series, especially this book, all the time. It's my favourite. The 7 Year Slip, Him, which was a reread, and also Unconditional, which was a reread for me. We are still going down. We still have quite a lot to get down. But yeah, we just have a few books that was a first, like, a read for me, so that I was expecting to pick up. There's quite a few, like, different types of reads in 2024, which I think is a good thing, because it just means that I explored in different genres and stuff a lot more. Some of these books I haven't really talked about as well, which is interesting to me, because now when I look back I'm like, I wish I had spoke about this one more. But yeah, I'm just going to keep going down quickly. Next of Kin, which was also a reread. I did quite a few rereads in 2024. Starting Line, I absolutely love this book. If you are looking for a gymnast / swimming romance, I highly recommend this one. Incidents Around the House, now that was a book, let me tell you, it was a wild ride, and I read it in the middle of the woods. Then we have loads of novellas that honestly I wouldn't recommend. And then this is where we got into the Christmassy reads. So there's a lot of Christmas novellas or just Christmas reads in general. And this is also the month where I read 75 books, which is crazy. And then God of Wrath was my last book of 2024 apparently. And my last review was unfortunately a 1-star review, which isn't the best way to end a year of reviews, but I haven't read the rest of the series, which is why I think it was a low rating, which was obviously true at the time. Yeah, so that is my 2024 books wrapped by Goodreads. I hope you enjoyed. I know that this video is a little bit late, but I did already film it, and then the footage had no sound. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave this emoji for watching till the end, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye!